Hello, welcome. I would just want to share with you guys a little bit about, an event that I went to that turned things around for me and how that came about. So I want to start off with letting you guys know where I was about 8 months ago. Earlier this year, I was doing my job. I have been for so many years. I mean, I've been with my company for over 10 years, and I was having a good time. Showing up, doing the work, going home. I'm also going to school, so it was very routine, like my life. It was very cyclical, if you can say that. It was school, work, home, school, work, home. There was no real in-depth purpose to what I was doing. I felt like I was just working to make a check, and I was doing things for someone else's dream, which was obviously the company's dream and what their mission was. It wasn't really what I had decided was for me. And like everyone else during COVID, I did decide, to take a pause. I took some days and I thought about where I was, how I was feeling. Was I finding purpose in what I was doing every day? And can this be the rest of my life? So from that came the fact that I didn't want to live like that. I didn't want to go some to work to do someone else's dream and do something that would benefit others and not really align 100% with me, my values, my mission. And I didn't have clarity as to what it was that I wanted to do at that time. I only knew that I didn't want to continue living the life that I was, and that I felt like I needed to do something more, something bigger than myself. So that's when I started looking online for ideas, thoughts. What can I do? What changes can I make, to not live this cycle anymore? And that's when I came across this event. I came across another program before that, but when I started that program, that led me to this program and to this event that was being offered. And it was about, identifying, who you are, what you stand for, what you want. And that really spoke to me. I wasn't in the place that I wanted. I didn't want to be tied down to my job and having to go when they dictated that my schedule was, and, to be work, having to stay longer hours, not having as much time to, hang out with friends and family. I wanted more of an income to be able to live more comfortably. So it wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. And when I saw this event that talked about, unlocking what you could be your true potential and identifying what it is that you want and how to go after it, I quickly jumped on it. I was like, I need to go and see what this is about. And that's when I decided to sign up for this event. And it was called Insight, which is very, appropriate for what I actually came out from that event knowing and doing. So, being stuck in that area, and then going to this event. So I go off to this event out in Denver, and I show up, never having traveled alone before. So that was already scary to start off with. I go out there all on my own, and I meet a bunch of people that I've never met other than a few that I had seen online from this group that, I joined. And I go into these courses, and these it's like a few days, so you just get to do some activities. You go through some tools that they're going to give you, and I started applying them. I really reflected. I went in with an open mind and an open heart to see what can come of this and what can I learn about myself and where I want to go. So I go there and I do this work. And in the middle of these courses and classes, I realized that I do know what I want for myself, and I do know where I want to go and how I want to impact to an extent, right? And I had been doing some of this realization before this event. So knowing that, there has to be something more, I did notice when I was getting, for example, angry in a situation, and how do I reel it back, or how do I center myself so I don't do or say something that I could later regret. So I, going to this event, I was able to get more tools that really helped me, not just to be able to react to, or we call it respond to situations differently, but also to realize why I was acting that way and where did it stem from. And this was very, very insightful. Like I said, the name is right on it. It really talks to you about how you deal in situations, and not just in stressful situations, but in regular day-to-day life, and how you play the game of life. And I really enjoyed it. It was the turning point for me. When you go to do those activities, there comes a moment where you're like, wow, I really can own and make a difference in my life. So coming out of that event, I now have the tools and resources that help me center myself, and I actually am a lot happier now. I find I is still in the same job, right? I'm doing the same work, but now I put a different meaning and purpose to it based off all my learnings and reflections and insights. And now I feel I am a lot more purposeful with my time. I enjoy my time. I don't feel like I'm just, doing someone else's dream, but how am I living mine throughout that? And also maybe a little bit more courageous to go and venture out on something else, which I'm working on the side with. And that it was inspired at this event because it made me realize that I am valuable and what I have to share can also help someone else, because there may be somebody who is experiencing the same thing or wanting the same things for themselves. And this event really unlocks that for you to really see, why have we been holding back? Why have we not gone after what we want? And why haven't we gotten clear on it? And it's, a lot of things, a lot of experiences and things people say to us that really add to that. So going to this event was life changing for me. I find that now I have more purpose, more drive. I don't feel like I'm doing something for someone else. I'm doing it for myself, and even venturing out to find different things to help supplement that pay, because I do value myself and I am putting myself out there, just like this video. So, they are having, if you're interested in going to this event, you don't have to. It's not for everyone. It is for those that want to make a difference in their life, somebody who wants to change just how they show up and how they are and how they live, and then this is for you. But if it's not, that's quite all right. But if you're more interested in learning a little bit more or hearing what others got out of it, then you're more than welcome to join. They are having a live event. It's like a free mini session for those that want to get a little bit of a taste of what you can find out there. And let's see, I have it. It's on December 12th. They're going to have it at 5:30 Mountain Time, and I will be posting a little bit later on for those of you that are interested. Like I said, it's not for everyone. It may be for you, maybe not, but there's an event they're having for you to just check it out. There's no charge, no nothing. It's a free webinar. You could just go listen in, and maybe even just from that get a little bit of a different perspective or insight into yourself. So if you want to check it out, again, that's December 12th at 5:30 p.m. I will try to share with you guys that day, just because this was so life-changing for me and the way I see and perceive life, that I want to make sure that you guys get the opportunity, if you want to check it out, and that you don't miss out on it. So I'll share a little bit more about that. And again, since I went, I will be sharing with you guys a little bit more about my experience and some things that I learned that maybe you guys can learn as well. But there is nothing that beats the ambiance there, to go out there and check it out, because once you go to this event, everyone who is there intentionally. It's not like when you go for work and everyone goes because it's a paid trip and it's, kind of sometimes required. This is a place where people go because they want to. They want to see a change. They want to be a better person, father, mother, employee, just to have a better life, a better outlook, to be happier. And so the vibe and the energy that you feel in that place cannot be compared to anything else. So if you get the chance and you feel like you want to go, I totally support that, and you will not regret it. It'll be the best investment ever. And if you're not in that headspace where you're comfortable where you're at in life, you're good with what you're doing and living with, then that's all great as well. But like I said, you would even benefit from just this free webinar on that day. So I hope to see you guys around in the group later on. I will be posting a lot more, so you'll be seeing me quite around. I know I've been a little MIA doing these events and doing a lot of work, but I am here and ready to get started. So let's get to it. Share anything that you guys want about your struggles, about your successes, any epiphanies that you guys may have had, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks.